Hello everybody, my name is Shelton, and today we're going to be doing a bit of a different video. Instead of Clone Hero, which is basically all I do now, we're going to be talking about Nate Wants to Battle. The man, the myth, the legend himself. I was about to make a Legend 27 joke. In 2024, I need to be put down. Anyway, the reason I'm here talking about this is because, I don't know, I'm a guy who thinks he has the right to talk, which means I don't. So, first, we're going to start off with, just a little message. So, if you don't know, Nate Wants to Battle is a, musician known for punk, indie, whatever you want to call it, here on YouTube. He is on Spotify and Apple Music and all that. I listen to him religiously, and I really like his music. But recently, he decided that he doesn't want to make fandom songs anymore, which is fine. He has the right to do that. He has the right to do whatever he wants. He has the right to quit. He has the right to stab me with an umbrella. Actually, he doesn't. That's illegal. But you get the idea. He is a man who can do whatever he wants to do with his life. And I'm not going to oppose that. I'm not here to piss and whine about the fact that Nate Wants to Battle isn't doing fandom songs anymore, and we need to go back to the days of Five Nights at Freddy's songs, because that's the only thing I ever care about. No. I'm here to give him support. So, one of the reasons he quit was because he thought, well, one, he just didn't want to do it anymore, and after that, he's been nervous that his original songs, which is all he does now, and anime songs, I don't know why, but you do you, man, that his original songs aren't going to get much attention anymore, because his biggest songs have always been the fandom songs, the Five Nights at Freddy's songs, specifically. If we look, I'm going to switch over to scene one. If we go to Nate Wants to Battle's YouTube channel, or not Nate Wants to Battle, we're going to go to Give Heart Records, because it's this music channel. Give Heart Records. See, look. My Hero Academia, FNAF, Sonic, Attack on Titan, Has Been Hotel, Undertale, Demon Slayer, Steven Universe, Pokemon, Hell of a Boss, Zelda, some anime, Bendy, My Hero Academia. It's all fandom. Popular. Actually, wait, they haven't released the song since Poison? Okay. If we go to popular songs, look, it's all not expected. It's all fandom songs. It's Finale, Nate Wants to Battle, Nightmare, really good song, Salvaged, The Day. Actually, I don't listen to his anime songs. I don't really care. Not because they're anime, but because of the style of the anime songs, the covers, and I don't really like his style of anime covers. I did listen to some. His Riri cover was really good. But yeah, look, it's mostly fandom songs. There's not a single original song until that's technically an original song, but he's marketed it as a fandom song. So this is an original song from his second studio album, second original studio album. There it is, right there, the original. From his album Paid in Exposure. I believe Phantom's on Paid in Exposure. Whatever. But other than that, and Monster Inside, really? I actually haven't heard this song. Hairstyle. I don't know if this is on. Okay, my headphones aren't plugged in. I'll listen to this later. But you get the point. It's mainly fandom songs that are his popular ones. These are the ones that people watch because they want to see, oh, the funny Freddy spooky man, funny anime person, Panic at the Disco for some reason, funny demon punch Zelda thing. Which, I mean, it's reasonable. If you stop making the thing that made you popular, then, like, naturally you're going to be worried about the fact that you're not going to, be popular anymore. Because you're not doing that. So, what we're going to do, I didn't know Attack on Titan ended. Whatever. I'm getting distracted. So, essentially, I'm here to talk about his songs and his music because I want to promote people to listen to his original albums. His first 2 studio albums are going to be the main focus of this video. That being Sandcastle Kingdoms and Paid Exposure, which were released in 2017 and 2019, I believe. It's either 2017 and 2019 or 2020, or not 2020, or 2019, frick! It's either Sandcastle Kingdoms was either released in 2017 or 2018, and Paid Exposure was either released in 2019 or 2020. Okay, there, English. Do you speak it? No, evidently I don't. Because his third one, To Let Go, which came out last year, I don't really like it that much, and we'll talk about that. But I'm just here to comment. So first, we're gonna talk about his fandom songs, his Five Nights at Freddy's songs specifically. I'm not gonna be talking about his anime songs until we get to his third album, because that's when I'll talk about the stuff that I don't really like. First, we're gonna talk about the stuff that I like, which is his style. I like music, if you couldn't tell by the fact that I have a $600 music software, and this is like the only thing I do now. And the fact that I go to school with these and literally only listen to music like all day. So I like music. And Nate Wants to Battle is one of my favorite artists. He's up there with Iris, not that Iris, the DA Games Iris. Much better. And those 2 are really the big NDA Games, of course. Will Ryan, same guy. But they're 2 of my favorite artists, and we'll do Iris in a separate video because I have little Iris thingy. Oh, I'm pulling it to the wrong side. It's mirrored. No, so weird. Anyway, Iris is later. We're here to talk about Nate Wants to Battle, or Nathan Sharp, Nate, whatever. I'm just gonna call him either Nate or Nate Wants to Battle or whatever. I might refer to him as man. I'm so autistic. Anyway, by the way, I can make those jokes because I am actually diagnosed with autism. So don't kill me in the comments if they're enabled, because YouTube's weird nowadays. I don't know. I'm showing my face a lot, so it's probably not going to be enabled. Ha ha, losers! You don't get to make fun of me. L. Anyway. So his fandom songs. He started out. His first couple songs were Pokemon songs. If you go to oldest, he made covers. See, his first one is Pokemon. Not actually. If you go to playlists and you go to sort by last video added, and you go to oh, you don't. But he has a lot of unlisted songs that came out before all of these. Okay. So as you can see, he started off with covers. Apparently No More was his first. No, it wasn't. Mangled was. I thought it was. I knew it was either Mangled or the finale, but after I listened to finale for like the 8th time, I realized it wasn't. So as you can tell here, he was Pokemon. He was not Pokemon. He made a lot of covers. His first album was a Pokemon album, called. That's why his name is Nate Wants to Battle, because it's Pokemon reference. Nate Wants to Battle Pokemon. You get the idea. He actually does have really good thumbnails for back in the day. Good editing too, good lyrics, lyric videos. I didn't know this was the first. I can't even do a music video this long. I can't do a music video at all. Haha. Latest. So his first, I'm gonna pull up Spotify because I don't have Apple Music connected on this playlist. I'll just play this on this computer anymore. We're gonna go to. Nate Wants to Battle. Nate Wants to Battle. That's one of his newest. If you go to See Discovery, Scrap Heap, Critical Hits. Okay, so. Wait, it's not here? Okay, whatever. Point is, his first album is the Pokemon album. I don't know why it's not on Spotify. It should be on Spotify. Oh, the albums. Here we go. It's not the Critical Hits, but it has a similar thumbnail. he might have actually removed it because Mangled. There it is. The Greatest Master. So it's not his first album. I'm sorry. I'm smart. Okay, so his first album was Mangled, which Monster Inside's on Mangled. So that song really is old. Okay, yeah, because Misty, Hold On to You, Dawn of the Third Day, I guess. Those are especially Misty. I know Misty's Pokemon, but actually I haven't heard his Pokemon songs because I heard Misty a while ago and I didn't really like it, but that was also when I didn't listen to anything but his FNAF songs, so you can't really blame me back then. But now, of course, I don't, considering I've been talking for 10 minutes and I haven't even gotten to the point yet. This is going to be a long video. I'm sorry. I'm ADD. I didn't script this. I don't have time to script this. I just talk in front of microphone and pretend to be funny man when really I'm crippled and depressed. Alright. So, his albums, his first two albums. Back to the point. No, a brief history. That's what we're doing. We're doing a history. So he started off with Pokemon and his Mangled album, which did really well, and of course got him a lot of attention because that's where some of his top songs went. His No More, Mangled, Misty, Monster Inside. Apparently, I didn't know that one did so well. All those are on Mangled, the album, because there's an album, there's a single, and there's a song. Because why not? Now, like I said, I don't really have much input on Mangled, so I'm not going to talk about it much, but that's where he started. That's where he got his roots, is Mangled, the album. And that's his first Five Nights at Freddy's song, which is probably why the album was called Mangled. Obviously, he didn't start with his songs on Apple Music and Spotify. He put them on later because... Actually, he might have. I know he didn't right away put them. There was either like a month difference or something, but he didn't right away start with Apple Music. Naturally, because he wasn't very big. Like, he didn't have 1,000 grand that he could just dump into Apple and say, here's my music, take it, please, put it on internet for me, make people purchase, here's my credit card information, thank you very much. Which is one of the reasons that my songs aren't on streaming services, because one, I don't want them to be, because they're not good yet, and two, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have the care to upload them anywhere. I haven't even uploaded them to SoundCloud, and I love SoundCloud. Well, at least I used to, and then I realized nobody actually uses SoundCloud, so haha. Back to Nate Wants to Battle. This audio is going to be so fluctuated. I'm sorry if you're wearing headphones during this video, because I'm going to be talking like this sometimes, and I'm just going to start screaming. I'm going to start yelling at the top of my lungs. You're never going to know which one it is, so be prepared. Okay. So, after Mangled, after he got pretty successful, he did his second album, which I believe it was either Songs of Our Time. Yeah, it was Songs of Our Time, which is a Zelda album. So this is where we're going to start talking. I don't like Legend of Zelda. I have never owned a Zelda game. I've owned emulators of Zelda games, but I've never bought a Zelda game. Because I have no interest in the series. I don't really like medieval games. I don't like medieval times in general. I just don't like it. I don't know why. It's just never interested me. I don't like fantasy. Cry about it. So, of course, knowing me back in the day, I didn't listen to the album. I just skipped over. I went to Five Nights at Freddy's and I said, yeah, spooky robot monster. But looking back, I think it was either last week or the week before, and this is how I got the idea to make this video, because this is the real big point. I listened to his Songs of Our Time album, which is only Zelda songs, some covers and some original. And I liked most of them. I wouldn't say I liked the album, but that's only because of his covers. I love his original songs on the album. Every single one of them I love. Actually, let me go back and look at the song list. Okay, Grounded, Drowning, Evil King, and of course Hero of Our Time are originals, along with Shell, I think might be original, but those are the ones I listen to. I listen to those four because I like those four. Especially Hero of Our Time, which it grew on me the more I listened to, and Drowning. Which I actually heard Drowning because it appeared in my Discovery feed, because I was listening to a lot of Nate Wants to Battle. And that's how I started listening to the Heroes of Our Time album, because I was like, okay, these aren't like these anime songs where I genuinely just don't like them. or find them repetitive and too like poppy. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Too not enough metal, more like pop. Like Fallout Boy, Fallout Boy, and early Panic at the Disco. I just didn't really care. I don't like them. So that's not saying I don't love me a real good Bees and Tragedies occasionally. So I listened to the album. I listened to not the covers. I don't really like the covers, so I didn't listen to the covers. What I do when I listen to a new song is I either put it on Today's Mix, which is the playlist I play at school, or I put it on. I just shuffle. That's what I did with Sandcastle Kingdoms and the Heroes of Our Time album, and Phantom at one point. Not Phantom, Paid in Exposure, that album. But I wasn't being fully aware when I listened to that album. I was also exporting all my Ableton songs, which took a long time. So I ended up listening to the full album. Which, of course, I'd already heard some of the songs. I'd heard Phantom from Alistair's song. I'd heard Wrecked in the Worried from the Hell of a song. Hell of a Sauce? Hell of a Sus. I'm sorry. I can't. So that's how I heard that album. But Heroes of Our Time. And To Let Go. That's the other album I did that with. But with Heroes of Our Time specifically, I love the songs. Like, I genuinely, they're some of the best songs he's released. I really like Drowning, especially Drowning. It's one of my favorites of his, but, it's not really hard to say, because all of his songs are my favorites. I just love him. I love his music. So, that's what really, because his insecurities are, people don't listen to my music because it's not fandom. Which is true. That is true. A lot of people won't listen to your songs if they don't like the stuff it's based off of. And some people only listen to songs because it's based on something. I guarantee you, if some of these FNAF songs came on the radio and they weren't marketed as FNAF songs, nobody would listen to them. Especially with Nate Wants to Battle, his songs don't really have much to do with the fandom and the series themselves. They conveniently have lyrics that can be portrayed as fandom songs. He never specifically goes, like, okay, his really early FNAF songs, but especially with his more recent stuff, like, To My Grave, Young Forever, I'm trying to think of the other one, Time to Move On, Nothing to Me, Nothing Left to Want, Scrap Heap. Most of his newer songs that were fandoms didn't have really much to do with the fandom, other than they were based on the fandom, but still, they didn't explicitly go, Five Nights at Freddy's. Is this where you want to be? I just don't get it. He made music that could be portrayed as a fandom song or not a fandom song. That's why a lot of his songs, actually, when I first heard them, I didn't know they were fandom songs. I didn't know Delete Me was a Doki Doki Literature Club song. I didn't know, that's really the only example I have to say, but I still liked the song. I thought it was an original song. The cover, which is, I'll show you here. Yeah, this here. Does this make you, other than the I guess with the font and the text box, but other than that, it doesn't look like a Doki Doki song. If you saw this and you wouldn't 100% know it was a Doki Doki song. Especially considering this was the music video. It wasn't like this where it's Monica. This, I listened to the Topic version. I didn't listen to the real version, or I listened to some re-upload. I didn't listen to the music video version. That's why I had no idea it was a fandom song until I had come across it, and I was like, wait, that's a Doki Doki song? I didn't know that. Same thing with, like I said, The Wrecked and the Worried and Phantom. I thought they were fandom songs. They weren't fandom songs. He's very good at doing that, especially with his more recent songs. That's how he's been rebranding a lot of his songs. Nothing Wrong With Me is an original song with a fandom music video, and it's gotten a lot of views because it's FNAF. That's how he remarkets himself. He makes original music, but then he puts a fandom over it. He did that with Sonic, whatever the new one is. Sonic, not Forces. Why can't I think of it? Sonic System? No, Sonic. Why can't I remember? What is the new Sonic game? I feel like an idiot. I literally bought it. Frontiers. I knew it was an F. Frontiers. Dear gosh. Which, that will be its whole other video. I have a lot of videos I need to make. I've been putting this off. I was going to do this last week. But I just didn't. Actually, I was going to do it, like, Thursday. But I still didn't do it. Because I'm just so discoordinated. Like, I've been here for 20 minutes, and I've barely started talking about his albums. Like, seriously, I have brain problems. Anyway, we're on a roll there. We were on a roll. I was talking about Zelda. So, I mean, you can't get much clearer than somebody who used to be just a little tiny piece of crap that only listened to FNAF songs to now somebody who's diversified out and listened to Zelda songs, certain anime songs, all kinds of stuff. Because music is music. No matter what meaning you put behind it, you could have a song about, I'm going to use an example here, about, like, a sexual assault. Poison, for example. And sure, it's from Hazbin Hotel. That makes it popular. But you can remove Hazbin Hotel from it and it can just be a song about somebody who's going through a sexual assault. And it's not sexual assault, a toxic relationship. And it's still a good song. It still has that same meaning to it, and it still has, like, the essence of it. But it's an original song. Nothing to Me, that's what it's called. He has, like, 3 songs that start with nothing that are FNAF songs. Nothing to Me. His second Nothing song. I don't want to call it that, but I'm just going to call it that. His second Nothing song. The lyrics are about, let's see. I'm trying to remember. It was never ever perfect, but tell me, was it all worth it? Thought you were my family. Now you're nothing to me. That's the chorus. That's not the chorus. The verse. Whatever it is. I don't know music like that, but it's the repeating factor. It's the second, third repeating, which let me explain to you how I split up songs. So the first part is, I'm gonna call it the verse, and then comes the chorus, which is the verse is a type of melody that repeats. Then the chorus is a specific set of words that repeat. Normally they do in 3s. The chorus is 3 times, the verse is 3 times. Sometimes songs can be more, sometimes less. That's how I split apart my songs. And always on the third version of both types of chorus and verse, you change a little bit of it. So, for example, I'm going to use We Slaughter, my original song, because self-promo. We slaughter, don't wait for the light to find us. We slaughter, the paralyzing fear of knowing. We slaughter, 1, 2, 3, we're after thee, cause we slaughter. That's the normal one. I have my lyric book somewhere. I don't feel like finding it, but what I did in the third iteration is that, but then I added a we slaughter at the end to make it different, to make it more, because you always want to end with like a big boom. You want the song to naturally build up and down and up and down. You want the choruses to be the best part of the song. That's always what you want, is the chorus to be the best part, which is how I listen to songs. The chorus can be absolute crap, and the rest of the song can be perfect, but I wouldn't like the song, because the chorus is the most important part of the song. Verses could be absolutely terrible. They could be horrible, but as long as the chorus is good, the song fits well together, and I will listen to it. I won't listen to it a lot, but I will still listen to it. I don't have any examples of that. I used to, but I don't remember them off the top of my head, and I'm just going to throw someone in the bus and say, oh, you have a bad verse. You have bad verses. But I like your chorus, though. It's nice. No. Which is where we get next. That's the point. After Songs of Our Time, I believe is when Misty, the album Misty, came out, with all of his Pokemon songs, or the rest of them. Of course, he re-released Misty, which, as a little blanket statement here, when it comes to streaming services, I don't like artists reusing songs. I don't like artists making singles and then making those singles into albums. I don't like it because let me show you something. I'm gonna go on to Spotify again because I accidentally closed the tab like a dumb nut. History. Nate wants to battle Spotify. Okay. If we go to singles and EPs, and we go to down, Scrap Heap, Nothing to Me, Always Come Back. 3 songs. Okay. 1 thumbnail. Nothing Left to Want. Which is literally just this album. It's this EP with another song onto it. So think if you would have bought this one, and then you buy this one thinking, oh, it's 4 brand new songs, and you just get the same 3 songs, that would be kind of annoying. But then, the icing on the cake is Scrap Heap, which is the same cover photo as the first album, now with more songs, and still the 4 from Nothing to Me, which is fine. I understand, okay, you might want to release a song, but it's kind of annoying when you do that. I don't like it. That's just my criticism. I know people do it, and there's nothing I didn't show you. Look, the Scrap Heap, that cover photo, 11 songs, Nothing Left to Want, Always Come Back, Scrap Heap, Nothing to Me. Singles and EPs, scroll down, scrolling down, Nothing to Me. That's nothing wrong with me. Maybe I'm fricked or out of luck. Okay, Nothing Left to Want. Part of the cover, Nothing Left to Want, Scrap Heap, Nothing to Me, Always Come Back. Scrap Heap, Nothing to Me, Always Come Back. It's the same things. Oh, I closed OBS. Oops. It's the same thing. That's the wrong scene. It's the same things. Which, whatever. You do you. That's not what I'm here to criticize. Although I am here to criticize you on your 3rd album, which we'll get to later. This is going to be like a 2-hour video. So, next. He released Misty. And Misty, I didn't listen to Misty. I'm not going to listen to Misty. At least not for a while, because I don't feel like it. So, we're skipping Misty. And then he releases... we're going to go back to albums. Okay, no, he does not release Misty for a while. He releases Songs of Our Time and then Bad Time, which is literally just Megalovania. Again, nothing really to say here. It's Megalovania. I mean, Undertale! I called Undertale I'm sorry. Genesis. What is Genesis? I think Genesis is just an anime song. I didn't know Genesis even existed. So, whatever. 2016. After Genesis, Thanks for the Covers, which is a 13-song album that is just covers. And this is where Nate's. I don't know all these songs, so I'm just going to show you them here. These are all the songs on Thanks for the Curves. The covers. I keep wanting to call it curves. It's the covers. It's called Thanks for the Covers. Parody on Thanks for the Memories, which is the first song. Did I listen to this whole album? No. Did I listen to most of it? Yeah. And I liked it. You know? I don't really have much criticism here. Although I actually do have a little bit of criticism. Nate, you have a great style. I love your style. But sometimes you change that style. Why is the lighting so bright? I didn't change anything. Why is it so bright now? Okay, it might just be my camera. I don't know why it was doing that. I love your style, man. It's a great style. But it doesn't always work with certain songs. Your style wouldn't work with Metallica. I'm not saying you've covered Metallica, but a indie version of Master of Puppets wouldn't be very good. It just wouldn't. You can deny it all you want. You can say no. If you made Master of Puppets or Enter Sandman or Battery, actually a Battery Punk might be. No, it's thrash. Or One, or who, or Ride the Lightning. They're not going to be good, no matter how good you make them. They're not going to be good. If you prove me wrong, I'll give you a cookie, but they're most likely not going to be good because that's not the genre they were made for. You can make rock songs pop, and it sometimes works. Very rarely does it work. I'm not going to encourage that. Please don't do that. You should be doing the other thing, which is making pop songs rock, because that works. Rock and punk and all those kind of styles can be very easily molded. You can turn anything into a rock song, into a pop song, into not a pop song, into a rock pop song, into a punk song, into an indie song. Most things. You can turn pop songs into indie songs and all that. But when you try to take another type of genre, which is heavily on an electric guitar, and you turn it into another, it doesn't always work. You also can't really turn metal back into pop. That doesn't really work. Have you ever seen the Snoop Dogg cover of Metallica? You have? Then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, look it up, please. It's actually very entertaining. Bitch. That's not at all how Snoop Dogg said it. I was trying to make a joke, but it's more like bitch. There we go. So some of the songs you've chosen to cover don't 100% fit with your style. Either because it just sounds kind of generic, or because it was already in a punk and an indie cover, and then you just turned it back into indie again. You didn't really do anything to the song. You just kind of put your vocals over it, which sometimes it works. The Kill, Monsters, Thanks for the Memories. Those are great. You did a great job with those. I genuinely prefer those over the originals. But with the middle... let's see what the songs do. With the middle... Jamie All Over and Holiday. Especially Holiday and the middle. Your style doesn't really fit. Your vocals don't really fit. And it kind of sounds generic. That's all I'm saying. And I didn't really like it. People can like it. You have the right to like it. You have the right to like anything you want. You can like movies. I don't know. You can like... I don't know where I'm going with this joke, but you can like things that aren't... You can like pineapples on pizza. You can like candy. You can like candy on pizza. You can like whatever you want, as long as it's not illegal, and you probably shouldn't like it. But in America, most of our things are illegal everywhere else, including the stuff we put in food. But that's a conversation for another day. Or never. I don't really ever want to have that conversation. Please don't make me go political. I'll do it. I'll do it. You've seen my channel banner, haven't you? I'll do it. The only reason it's still like that is because I don't have anything to change it to. I didn't make the channel banner. I kind of just stole it from a Google image, which is why I really need to change it, but I don't know what to change it to. So, back on topic of Nate Wants to Battle. I've been here for 33 minutes, and I'm still not even close to being done. Isn't it just lovely? This should really just be a podcast. You want me to go back to my ASMR? I can do that. I won't, but I can. Anyway, that cover album was overall pretty good. I'd say that the good ones were really good, and the bad ones were kind of just mediocre. The Greatest Master, not Misty, I call the album Misty. The Greatest Master. Didn't listen to Pokemon songs, we can skip this one. Sandcastle Kingdoms, 2017. Okay, so I was wrong. Sandcastle Kingdoms. Wow. This album came out of nowhere. Because if you look at his last albums... The Greatest Master, Thanks for the Covers, Genesis, Bad Time, and Songs of Our Time. And I think, why did it do this again? Why is it so bright? Okay, maybe I just have to back up. It's detecting my whiteness and it's trying to implement it. I'm using a computer webcam, so it's not that great of quality. It's also kind of dark in here. The lighting's pretty terrible. Those, it had been a while since he'd done his FNAF song. I actually think he did. He most definitely released his first FNAF song compilation, which was called Compilations. No compilations. Okay, is in albums. Yeah, it is. Okay, no, so he released that next. So yeah, this is before most of his FNAF songs were released on streaming services. He just randomly released Sandcastle Kingdoms. And I love it. It is a great album. Every single song on there is a banger, and I love them, and I listen to them like all the time. Except, I think there was one that I didn't really like. But the album was still way better than it had any right to be. Which is great. It's fantastic. You needed that because I'm talking about Night Wants to Battle here. His original songs before that, well, they weren't existent, really. He might have done Monster Inside, but I don't even remember that. I didn't ever remember it releasing, and I still don't remember why it exists. But, okay, sure. I'm going to call that an original. I have no idea if it's based on something or not, but I'm going to call it an original. Sandcastle Kingdoms was his first fully original album, not based on anything else. Oh, yes, that's right. The name of the album, Sandcastle Kingdoms. That's the one I didn't like off of it. It's great. It's fantastic. I've already charted 2 of their songs on the Clone Hero, and a few other people have charted some more. Sandcastle Kingdoms is a great album, and you should go listen to it right now. You've been listening to me talk for the past almost 40 minutes, and I've been bragging about Sandcastle Kingdoms, and you still haven't listened to it. Are you inept? Are you immune to my rays of obviousness? Go listen to Sandcastle Kingdoms. Okay. Now on to Sandcastle Kingdoms. Like I've been saying, it's a great album, and it's his first original album, and that was fantastic. It did so badly, though. It did not do very well, because it was an original album. Nobody wanted to hear original songs from Nate Wants to Battle. They wanted to hear Funny Freddy Man. So what did he do next? He released a compilation of all of his Funny Freddy Man songs at that point. Now, before we get onto that, I'm going to reassure him a little bit that, yeah, a lot of the people that are just listening to your FNAF songs are little babies and they're toddlers and they don't know what they're doing. That's me. I grew out of it, but I also had 3 years of therapy and a lot of experience, so I guess you can't really count me in that situation. But a lot of people will grow out of it, and if they don't, that's their problem. You're still getting money. It is annoying when they're constantly asking for a new FNAF song, though. I will admit that probably does get very annoying. You can ask DA Games about that and Bendy. Still waiting for that FNAF 2 song, Mr. Games. Still waiting. Only because of my OCD. Like, seriously, actually, you released 1 and all the other games, but you didn't do 2. That is what is getting me. That is what is getting my OCD. Please, I'm begging you, for the sake of my OCD, please release a FNAF 2 song. Back to Nate Wants to Battle, putting my OCD aside. So, his Sandcastle Kingdoms album wasn't very successful. I mean, it was successful, but not to the standards of his FNAF songs, not even close. It was pretty well forgotten, and I actually barely knew it existed. I mean, I knew of it because it's on his Discovery feed, but I just didn't. I was like, what? This is like an ancient Egypt type of album? Is it going to be the Curse of the Pharaoh? But no, it wasn't. It was a really good album. And then the FNAF compilation released, and it was all of his FNAF songs, and it was Spooky Freddy, and it was one of his best albums, but that was because it was his best songs. He just, conveniently, his best songs are fandom songs. Because he wrote them the best. That is my opinion. I think that's a lot of people's opinions, because, I mean, Nightmare is one of the best songs I've ever heard. Um, Salvaged is great. I overplayed it to death, and now I don't really listen to it anymore. Madness grew on me. No More is great, but it never comes on my playlist for some reason. YouTube, what are you doing to me? Please, I want to hear the Freddy. Enjoy the Show is great, but yeah, when I first listened to it, I kind of felt copped out because Jacksepticeye was only in the intro, but then I realized, oh wait, this is Nate Wants to Battle. I like this. So, you know. But on the topic of his most popular song, the finale, I don't like it that much. Controversial opinion. I don't really like it. It's okay. I think it sounds kind of generic. Don't really listen to it ever. It is literally his only FNAF song that I don't actually really listen to. With the exception of his parody that's been unlisted, because it's a parody of a song that I don't like, so why would I like it? By the way, this man brings up a good point. I'm gonna yoink one of his TikToks right now. TikTok. Tic-tac-toe. Yeah, sure. Tic-tac-toe. Talk. Apparently there's no space. Don't be anything racist. We'll
Come in. Hello, favorite brother.
Oh, I need to put my headphones in. Here.
Oh, is that so? I love tacos, brother. What else are we going to do today?
Look, yeah, whatever. Me.
Oh, almost forgot. Oh, wow. That sounds splendid. And love you too, favorite brother.
Because we're the heroes of our time. You activate your TikTok.
Can I help you?
Sure. I didn't know I deleted it.
Bro, you're out of my room. I'm out of your room. It's not your room.
Welcome back. My take. Okay.
Never ask your parents what they were doing at your age.
Oh no, I deleted it because it
Facts
wasn't.
That will shock you. I bet you can't answer the riddle at the end.
Yeah, I
Your
bet.
phone is dirtier than a public bathroom toilet seat. Comment what type of phone you have and find your phone.
Shut up. No, I do not want notifications.
If you complain about a cover ruining a song, this is what you look like. This is my favorite orange. This is a different orange. Kind of looks like my favorite orange, but it's not. You ruined my favorite orange! If
I love this, and it emphasizes so much what this man goes through. People constantly say, whenever you make a cover of anything or a song for a fandom, you're like, you ruined my favorite thing. There you go. Boom. No, you didn't. You're just crying. Again, for example, I don't really like his cover of Holiday by Green Day. I think it's kind of mid, but I still listen to Holiday by Green Day. Not really. I don't actually really like Holiday by Green Day. I find it okay, but I still like it. I still listen to it. I don't hear Nate Wants to Battle's voice in my head every single time I listen to the song. I should flip the scene. Because that's not... Look, if you hate a song so much that you can't listen to it without thinking of a cover of it, why are you listening to this song? If a song can be ruined that hardly, then why... Look, let me try to explain without giving myself a brain aneurysm. If you like a song, and you listen to a cover of that song, and you hate that cover so much that you can't listen to the original song without thinking of that cover, you have some priorities. You need to get... I need to English. You need to get your priorities checked, my friend, because that doesn't happen to me. I don't hear bad covers when I listen to songs. I don't hear, I don't hear Snoop Dogg when I listen to my Metallica. I don't hear Limp Bizkit when I listen to Metallica. I don't hear, no, that was actually a pretty good cover. I don't hear myself making a bad cover of, what's the song called? Rolling in the Deep when I listen to the song. Even though I made it, I don't hear that. Because that's not how that works. I actually haven't released that cover. I'm not going to. Don't make me. Actually, I might release it eventually, but not anytime soon, because we did it live, which means I didn't actually record anything. So, yeah, if I feel like it, I'll do it. If I don't, I won't. But if I release it, I'm just going to release it as is. I'm not going to redo the vocals because I suck at vocals. I'm so bad at singing in a deep voice. You want me to give it a shot right now? I'll make your ears bleed. I can do it good sometimes. I'm gonna try to sing SOS. I'm locked in a cage. Somebody open this rage instead of poking me with your knives. Very broken lies. I've given up on the chore of holding up to the show. I didn't get my SOS in this mess. I'm caged alive. See, it's not that good. No. Oh, my eyes. Ow, that. Ooh. Ooh. Where was I? Oh, yeah, Sandcastle Kingdoms. Great album. Go listen to it right now. Go listen to the album. Go listen to it. Next album. His FNAF songs. Like I said, I like most of his FNAF songs, but that's because, again, like I was saying earlier before I got on a 20-minute rant, his FNAF songs are my favorite, not because they're FNAF songs. Not at all because they're FNAF songs, actually. But because of the way they're made. His style's changed a lot. If To Let Go has told me anything, it's that people's styles change. Sometimes it's fantastic. Like Sandcastle Kingdoms. That was a different style. I still really liked it. Phantom was a different style. I still really liked it. Sometimes it changes for the worse. To Let Go wasn't a great album. I didn't like it that much. Doesn't mean the style's changed forever. Of course it's not. I still like some songs on To Let Go. The entire album was dog. I just didn't like it. None of the songs were objectively bad. I just didn't like them. They weren't my cup of tea. There are some bad songs. Not by Nate Wants to Battle, no. There are some objectively just bad songs. But there are also songs you don't like. That's the difference. Because there can be a song that you can respect and be like, okay, this is good, but I just don't like it. You know, it's not my cup of tea. And there's songs that are just objectively bad. For example, the Snoop Dogg Metallica cover. I'm never letting him forget that. I am never letting you forget that. Do you hear me, Snoop Dogg? I will never let you forget that MTV performance in 1999 or 1997 or whatever the frick it was. I will never let you forget your Metallica performance. You completely ruined Metallica, and I can't listen to them anymore because you're such a piece of crap that you ruined Metallica for me, okay? That was all a joke. His Egyptian rich. I remember the joke that I had when I was a little twat, little wee baby, back in early 2020. Maybe it's 2022. No, it was 2020. In 2020, when Just Dance 2021 came out, or was it 2019? I think it was 2021 when that came out. And for starters, Just Dance is a complete crap show now. I don't even play it anymore. They stopped being good at like 2016. They haven't been good since. Game mechanics wise, they haven't been good since 2019. And the songs just haven't really been good since 2014, 2015. Back to what I was saying. Just Dance 2019 or 2020, I don't remember, had a Snoop Dogg song on it. It was OMG. I'm not going to say what that stands for because I'm Christian, so I can't say that. But it was OMG, and I called it I used to call it the Satanic Snoop Dogg Egyptian Ritual, because if you've ever seen the music video for it, it is weird. It is really weird. The Just Dance video for it is very weird, and it doesn't need to be weird. You didn't have to go there, but also, that was when I was a little baby, and I haven't watched it since, so I don't know if I'm just being an idiot and saw Egyptian people dancing and thought it was a satanic ritual. How did I start talking about satanic rituals in a Nate Wants to Battle video? Great out of context clip, by the way. What's his next album? We're done talking about FNAF. Was it Paid in Exposure? Yeah, it was. Okay, so Paid in Exposure was his next album. Great. Another fantastic album. Again, I don't like all the songs on that album, but he definitely experimented a lot more with this album, with the song Bones. It wasn't really his style. He didn't like... Bones wasn't really his thing. Rattle me bones. No, the song wasn't really in his type of style most of the time. But it worked, and I liked it. Is it my favorite song? No. Is it still good? Yes. But after Paid Exposure, we're not going to really get into this because it's just, I have the same things to say about Sandcastle Kingdoms. I don't like it as much, but I still really like this album. It was great. It had Phantom, When the Wolves Come Out. Paid Exposure is pretty good. I don't remember all the songs. I haven't listened to it a bit, but what songs are on Paid Exposure? Not Files. Pain. Till the Wolves Come Out. Smoking Guns. Phantom. Take Me Anywhere. Dream Alone. Paid Exposure. Straight of Hand. The Wrecked and the Worried. Call It Off. And Bones. Okay, so Take Me Anywhere actually was really popular. Of course, after this, he released his other FNAF album, which is literally just the first one, but with more. So I don't really have anything else to say that. And then Happily Ever After, which is Steven Universe, which I don't, I watch Steven Universe, but I don't care for the songs, because this is when his covers came in. I don't really like his covers. All of his covers, I think, are basic and not that good. I don't really like them. They're pretty generic. But like he was saying, that doesn't mean they ruin the original song. I can still listen to Steven Universe songs, and I won't hear Nate Wants to Battle's voice in my head. I can't remember the Falling in Reverse lyrics, but you get it. I can still listen to Sonic the Hedgehog songs without hearing Nate Wants to Battle's voice. Although his Infinite cover was really good. I will give him that. His Infinite cover was very good. I love his Infinite cover. Who is calling me? Hang on. Hello? Whatever. Never mind. No, Steven uses. What are we talking about? Oh, yeah. His covers. So, his covers. What I mean by generic is that they got this pretty simple guitar strum, which isn't that bad. But they also have, like, the same type of guitar. They have vocals from Nate, which, respectfully speaking, Nate doesn't have very distinct vocals. You can't listen... With his early stuff you could, but with his covers, you can't really listen to his covers in here. Oh, yeah, that's Nate Wants to Battle. Yeah, it's definitely Nate Wants to Battle. I mean, you can, but, like, he sounds like every other musician like him. Most of them. Now, it doesn't discredit his voice. His voice is very good in his original songs and his Phantom songs. Most of them, not his anime ones. Don't like those. But in most of his songs, yes, you can clearly hear his voice. But in his cover songs, I don't know what happens. It just loses that. The songs just lose all types. And also, if you're making a cover if you're making a Nirvana cover, your vocals kind of need to sound like Nirvana. I hate to say it like that, but you can't make a Nirvana cover and not sound like Nirvana, especially if it's a rock cover. Now, he hasn't made a Nirvana cover that I know of, and if he has, I kind of want to listen to it, if only to make fun of it, but whatever. It might be good. I'm not going to completely break his balls, some of his covers are good, but yeah, he, if you're making a Screamo song, I don't know where I'm going with this, but you want to try to sound like the artist you're covering, and sometimes it works for Nate Wants to Battle. Panic at the Disco, he sounds like Panic at the Disco. Fall Out Boy, he sounds like Fall Out Boy, but those songs were made for those kind of vocals. If you're making a cover of, we're going to go back to Metallica, you can't sing like Snoop Dogg. I'm not letting that down. Especially if you're in the same genre. You can't just do that. It doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound right. If me and my voice, my singing voice, because I sing not very distinctly. I do have distinct singing, but I can fluctuate. If I were to sing Master of Puppets, I'm not going to go, obey your master. Your heart beats faster. That sounds so bad. I would start to go, obey your master. Come crawling faster. I try to make my voice deeper and sound like James Hetfield. But whatever. I'm not here to complain. I'm here to give feedback. I'm not here to make analogies of how I can't sing even if I try and even if I don't. Onward. After this album, I don't remember, Steven Universe, which I haven't heard, I don't want to hear, I don't really care about the Steven Universe songs. It's also just that. He makes covers of songs I don't really care about or give a crap about. So therefore, I'm not going to listen to his covers. And then next, This one's the one that disappoints me the most. Gotta Go Fast. His album Gotta Go Fast, which is just Sonic covers. You would think that he would do great with Sonic songs because he has that type of voice. He has the punk voice. He has the I'm trying to think of what it's saying. I'm trying to think of the song. Night of the Wind. It's the night of the wind. He has that kind of voice, but it didn't work because he had basic guitar and his voice was too generic. If you sound like a punk artist, you sound like a punk artist. You want to try to not sound like everybody else, which is what I do. I try to, sound different. Even when I'm talking in this entire conversation, I've talked differently in a lot of my sentences. I've gone real quiet and I've started talking about his songs. I've gotten real loud. I kind of put on the beat of a boost and whatever this accent is sometimes. I sung as Kermit. No, that was last video. Video before last. Still, I record all these on the same day. I've tried to, even in normal conversation, I talk differently. I use different accents. I put on different voices. That's just who I am. I like to sound different. I don't like to sound like me all the time. Because me is a lot of things. I can be silly Russian man with funny accent. I can be this, which is my normal voice. I can do a real low American get drunk with beer voice. I can do a lot of things, which is what I try to do because it keeps people interested. And it is also very interesting. It's just fun to talk like that, It's... You gotta live life. You can't just... not... Deep analysis ruined by stupid guy making joke. You've gotta live life. You can't just... not. You feel me? His Sonic covers are not very good. I don't like them. Like I said, Infinite was great. It also featured a Game Grumps. A Game Grump? I don't know. It featured someone from the Game Grumps, which actually has kind of lost relevancy lately. I don't know why. They kind of disappeared in nothingness. At least from my eyes. I mean, they used to be everywhere. They used to be like Markiplier big. Now they exist. I don't really see them much anymore. But we're not here to hate on the Game Grumps. I have no partial bias towards or against them. I don't really mind them. Whatever. But we're here to talk about Mr. Nathan Sharp. So, I kind of hope he doesn't watch this. Originally I made this thinking, okay, I'm going to help him, get some motivation. But I'm just some random 15-year-old that made an hour-long video talking about his testicle size. Like, I haven't done anything. This is how ADD I am. This is how I talk. This is how I have conversations. I just say random stuff and hope it sticks to the wall. Speaking of wall, that's a Kid Icarus poster because I'm cool. And that's a Mexican hat because I'm cool. Those are actually two Mexican hats. And that's a drum. It's really weird pointing with, inverted... Because, I feel I'm pointing on that side, but I'm pointing over there. It's weird. Anyway. Arm rotations aside. I listened to it thinking I would love it. Because it has Night of the Wind, which is a great song. It had Infinite Fist Bump. Sonic Heroes, Live and Learn, I Am All of Me. You gotta go fast, but they weren't really good. They weren't really good, and I know that because I listened to them, and I absolutely love that Night of the Wind. I love Night of the Wind. It is literally the greatest Sonic song in existence. But it just didn't work. Also because Sonic songs are also kind of generic, but they're great for video games, but they're still kind of generic sometimes. I admit, Infinite, All of Me, Infinite, I Am All of Me, Night of the Wind, obviously Night of the Wind, but stuff like, Fist Bump, Cityscape, Live and Learn, they're soundtrack songs. They're not songs. They're soundtrack songs. Live and Learn is like the menu theme of Sonic Adventure. That's not like a song, but Sonic aside, after this, he makes Thanks for Mr. Covers, or Thanks for More Covers, I think that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know. Look. this one. 19 songs. Which, I like this one a lot more than Thanks for the Memories, or Thanks for the Covers. I found this album a lot more better, because it has Monsters, Feel Good Inc., I don't, it has, but I don't know, maybe I don't know, but, you know, he takes more generic, but with, Feel Good Inc., he's not as basic, but in the end, it doesn't work. Which I think reasonably it's why he's made a video that he's like, will you stop just crapping on me for making covers? Because they're not very good. That doesn't mean I want you to go ransack him and tell him, oh, your covers suck dog testicles. Go eat a pancake for breakfast. Be respectful, because he gets a lot of crap for it. And he has the balls to actually post these things. I don't post anything anymore. I don't make music. Like, I'm too afraid that I'm bad, because I am. But all this aside, his next album, I don't really have much to say here again, other than what I've already said. His next album is called What You Want. What You Want. Another brightness turned down. Thank you. Another interesting take. It's his first, like, fandom album in a while that isn't just reposts. Because he'd been doing covers and he'd be doing original albums, which is great, good for him. It is a fantastic album. I love this album. It's one of my favorite albums he's made. Does that mean all the songs are great? No, I don't really like Manipulate. That is literally the only one I don't like on the album. Everything else is great. But we're not here to talk about his fandom songs. He's improved a lot, though. At this point, he's returned back to his roots. He's not done another cover album, which is great, because, you know, as much as I like the guy, like I say, his covers aren't really good, and I needed the original music. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story, my friends, of how I found out about Nate Wants to Battle. First song I heard by him was, why does the brightness keep doing this? Turn the brightness down. I'm going to have a spaz attack. Turn the brightness down. Let me get closer. Turn it down. Camera. I'm going to stop switching tabs. The first song of his I heard was Finale. And then I lost him. I couldn't find him, and I didn't find him until years later. By years later, I mean, I heard the Finale when it came out. Like, when it first came out. And I completely lost him, and I tried to find him forever, and I just forgot about him. I knew he existed, I just didn't know his name, and I couldn't find any of his songs, because I was listening to DA Games. I was listening to... I literally just freaking videos. I wasn't really listening to music. I just did. I became more of a music junkie when I got older, but... Wow. After that, I had somehow stumbled across his Bendy song, Let Me In. I don't remember how. I'm pretty sure I was just listening to music, and then it came on, and I was like, who is this? Nate Wants to Battle? Wait, this is the guy that did the Finale. Oh my gosh! And then just went on a binge and listened to, like, all his songs. And then I forgot about him again! I forgot about him again! And I hadn't listened to him in a while, and then I was like, oh, right, he exists. Because he had released a new song. I thought he was dead. I thought he wasn't releasing new songs. And then he released... Young Forever. That's what it was. And I loved it. And I haven't forgot about him since. Story aside, when What You Want released, this was after I had forgotten about him for the second time. That sounds so wrong. I'm sorry. I don't mean it. I didn't mean to do it. You know, I couldn't. I brain therapy. Don't hurt me, please. I'm trying to give you motivation, not crap on you, although that's pretty much what I've been doing this entire video, but constructive feedback. Mostly. More just my opinions, which don't really matter because I'm a 15-year-old on the interwebular device services. What was I saying anyway? I don't even remember. I've been doing this for an hour. Help me. It just means I have a lot to say. No, it doesn't. It means I'm ADD and I didn't script this. So, like I said, I love this album. I love What You Want. It's a perfect album. I love it. But I don't think he wanted to do it. I'm not 100% sure, but judging by the introduction to the album, it kind of sounded like he didn't really want to do fandom songs anymore. Which, by this time, yeah, that makes a bit of sense. He was starting to get a lot more professional. He started his record company, Give Heart Records, with Sean Christmas, who'd been working with him for a while. He disowned Manto Pony because of the pedophile allegations, which turned out to be false. Nice. Means I can listen to him again without thinking of penises. And there was some other guy that was like his drummer. I don't remember. But, he was trying to get more professional. And if you don't know, you can't put fandom songs on the radio. That doesn't work. You're not allowed to do that because technically it's copyright infringement because you're using the characters in your album covers. But I don't know why Apple Music doesn't really care, but they don't really care because technically it's not like copyright infringement because it's Creative Commons license, but it is because the radio station won't let you play it because the radio station's annoying, and I don't know why he wants to be on the radio station. The radio station's horrible, but whatever. You do you, man. Because you'd be paid if they ever put him on the radio. I'd love to hear Nate Wants to Battle on the radio. I'd love to hear Iris on the radio. If we could sign a petition to get Iris on the radio, I will do something. I don't know. I'll jump out of a window, sure. Don't quote me on that, because I won't, because hopefully they do end up getting on the radio. That's what I hope. I know DA Games doesn't really have any wants to be on the radio, to my knowledge, but I hope he gets on the radio. Anyway, back to What You Want. Yeah, the introduction kind of sounded like he didn't really want to do this, and he was kind of forced to, because literally the intro is just him listening to his old songs, his fandom songs, and he's going, "Is this what you want? Is this what you want? Is this what you want?" And he whispers, and he said, "Well, if this is what you want." And then the chorus plays. There's a freaking banger. Anyway, so I think this is around the time he was starting to get tired, and he just didn't want to make fandom songs anymore, because let's be real. No matter how good you're doing, if you don't want to do something, you don't want to do something. Especially if you literally dreamed of making music, and then you made fandom songs, and then people are just like, Freddy Fazbear, William Afton, give me more FNAF songs, give me Bendy, give me. It's not very fun, being tickled by the hands of children. Sounds so wrong. Man, this entire video could just be an out of context compilation. Crystal meth. After that, he made Scrap Heap, I believe, was his next album. No, it was Gotta Go Faster, which is just more Sonic covers, which, again, I don't like. And then the Critical Hits, which is a compilation. And then Scrap Heap. Scrap Heap. I like Scrap Heap. I like the Scrap Heap album. I really like the Scrap Heap. I think it's the only album that I like every single song on it of his. Do I love every single song? No, but it has some of his best on it, like Nothing to Me, Time to Move On, To My Grave, Young Forever, and some others, like, he didn't actually put a Bendy song on that album, whatever. But, again, another fandom album, but this one was different, because he gave it his all, he put up a good fight, and then he quit, and he didn't do any more fandom songs, which, fine, good for you. You went out with a banger, you went out with Scrap Heap. Except no, because the thing I brought up in the beginning of the video, he has been marketing his original videos as FNAF songs. So when Nothing Wrong With Me released in 2023, and I saw Mr. Freddy Fazbear, that is yellow, on the front cover, I pissed my pants and then proceeded to listen to the song for 5 times. And then I read the description, and it said, this is an original song marketed as a FNAF song. And then I realized, oh, he's beating the system. Now isn't he? Oh yeah, it's big brain time. Genius move on his part. But I feel kind of bad that he has to do that. Sure, he might like, doing it, but he shouldn't have to do it. I don't even know if he likes to do it. I like the animations. I think they're great. And it's my favorite song he's ever released. Yeah. An original song. My favorite song of his. I know. That seems crazy to you. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room with rats. Crazy? I was crazy once. Because rats make me crazy. This is actually secretly a rubber room. They're forcing me to be here. They've tied me into this bed and this table. I need help. Call the authorities. My current address is... Wouldn't you like to know, Bench? Anyway. Yeah, can't you tell I'm autistic? I'm funny. No, I'm not. But I'm autistic. This is when he really just didn't want to do fandom songs. He was like, I don't want to do fandom songs. He's done live streams, which I haven't seen because I don't have the attention span. I have the attention span to sit here and talk about him for 2 hours, but I don't have the attention span to watch him talk about him for 2 hours. Go figure. I'm also just a lot more, like, memes, I'm a lot more energetic. I'm a lot more than his live streams. If I ever made a podcast, it would be called This Is How You Cause Yourself to Have a Spaz Attack 101 with your host, the Spaz Man. Oh, Spaz Man. I remember Spaz Man. You don't get that. I do. Maybe 2 other people watching this video will get that. But you won't. Unless you're that 2 other people, in which case... Oh, hi again. Nice to see you. Glad you found me. Anyway, his next album is To Let Go. To Let Go. Which is when I let go. Not of being a fan of Nate. If this video's taught you anything, I am still very much a fan of Nate Wants to Battle. No. I let go of the notion that he doesn't have the right to change. I let go of the fact that, if he wants to do other things with his life, he can. And so, I didn't listen to the album until like 2 weeks ago. No, but in all seriousness, To Let Go, I don't like the album. I don't like the album. I'm going to blanketly say that. I do not think it is a very good album. Let me rephrase that. I don't like the album. It's a great album. I just don't like it. It doesn't have my type of music on it. He changed his style. He went heavier, but he also went lighter. He did a lot more somber songs and songs without even guitar, which isn't what I signed up for. But, he's done that well. If Haunted and Unwanted has told you anything, he can do songs without guitar. Bones was good. It had little guitar, but not like, Nate levels of guitar. It was also just pretty somber and sad, and he was in a pretty bad state. He has been for a while. I'm not going to go into it, because, it's not my place to say anything, because I don't know enough to tell you. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, this man has depression, when I don't know that. That's not fun, and that's not good. It's probably not good for him, especially if he's watching this. I don't just want to say to his face, you have depression, with no medical, that's what I did. I don't know what that was. It was an autism attack, but I don't want to say anything without like medical evidence or him outright saying himself. I don't know if he has said it because I don't watch his live streams. But I did like some of the songs. I liked 4 songs of the album. I don't remember which 4, but I know To Let Go was very good. Viral was my favorite on the album. I actually listened to it this morning. I believe Let the Floodgates Open was pretty good. Oh, it was either 4 or 5. I believe there's 1 or 2 more, but I don't remember. Let me actually check the album. A Lesson in Grief. Yeah, A Lesson in Grief was the other one. The album's actually pretty small. It's 9 songs, which is actually, I think that's his smallest album. I'm checking real quick. Yeah. Yeah, it is. He has 3 albums with 9. That being Bad Time, The Greatest Master, and To Let Go. Which, I mean, if he was in a bad mental state, I don't blame him. I don't blame him if he released 1 song. It is what it is. Now, nothing wrong with Me is not on that album, although I think it actually really should have been. That would be a great move. It fits really well into that album, that style of the album, which is, you know, not being in a very good place, but being motivated and getting through and getting out, which Nothing Wrong With Me fits. And I've run out of things to say, other than Nate currently is not making fandom songs, other than anime, whatever, you do you. I don't listen to his anime songs. I don't want to. Please don't make me, because there's like so many. Please don't make me listen to 400 anime songs. He has his likes. I have my likes. I don't want to listen to a bunch of anime songs. He's doing live streams. He's doing the thing that DA Games does, which is where he does like a radio where he just shovels a bunch of his songs, which is good promotion. Because you could be listening to Five Nights at Freddy's at one moment, and then you could be listening to Sandcastle Kingdoms. Good. Anyway, that's all I really had to say. If Nate's watching this, 1, thank you for watching all of this. I don't know why you would, honestly. I don't know why any of you would. If you've gotten to the end of this, congratulations. You have earned the Why Are You Still Here award. I know this video probably won't get many views, but whatever. I made it because I wanted to say something. And I wanted to give Nate a bit of inspiration and kind of break his balls a little bit, but I wanted to give him hope that, yes, people will still listen to your songs, no matter what you put out. You can put out a song about freaking Bill Cosby dying of cancer last Monday. I wouldn't care. I mean, whatever. You literally he made a song called Inhale My Dong. It's 5 Nights at F-Boys, and I love it. I love it. I didn't talk about it because it's a meme, but I still love it. It also wasn't on any of the albums I covered, because what album would he put that in? I mean, put To Let Go? Really? It'd be kind of funny if he put that in To Let Go. Such a serious album. And then he just puts Inhale My Dong. But yeah, there's hope. You know, you'll get over it. You'll get over whatever mental problems you have. If you have any, you'll get over your struggles. I know. I did. I can't say I'm going through what you're going through because I don't really know what you're going through. I just know that I had some hard times and that I got through it myself. And that there's always hope. If life has taught me anything, it's that you can be beaten down and lose everything, but you still have something. And you'll get it back eventually. I would know. My life has been a roller coaster of ups and downs. And I thank you all for being here with me and sharing it, because those downs aren't as down when you're around. Did that rhyme? No. But, you know. Anyway, I'm done talking here. I appreciate everybody watching. Go listen to Nate Wants to Battle. If you haven't listened to Nate Wants to Battle and you're watching this hour and 20-minute long video about Nate Wants to Battle, why? Why would you do that? Go support him right now or I'll find you. That was a joke. Don't call the FBI. I'm not Sniper Wolf. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I'm probably not going to do anything for a little bit. I have some old stuff going on right now. My grandma's actually in the hospital because of a brain aneurysm. So that's fun. But yeah. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Let me do my real outro. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.